Sometimes when I'm programming, I end up with something so unwieldy that I feel like there just must be a better way to write it. Here I have in parentheses x is greater than 10 or y is greater than 10, and then or, and then in parentheses z is less than 15, and then in more parentheses x is greater than 10 or y is greater than 10. Knowing what I know about truth tables, I can attack this and try to figure out if there is an easier way to write this. So what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to choose P, Q, and R, because I see three simple statements here. Let's let P be x is greater than 10. Let's let Q be y is greater than 10. Let's let R be the statement z is less than 15. Let me write that a little nicer. Z is less than 15. Now, this statement starts with, in parentheses, x is greater than 10, so P, or, my symbol for or, y is greater than 10, so Q. I have another or here, so I'll put that in. And then Z was my statement R, and, so my symbol for and, x is greater than 10 in parentheses, so a P, and then an or, and then y is greater than 10 is a Q. Here's my statement symbolized. My plan now is to make a truth table, see if I can tell what this is equivalent to, and then come back to my original statements. In order to make the truth table for this, I need a column for P, Q, and R. I'm going to need 8 rows because I have 3 simple statements. Starting all the way on the right, I alternate true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. Then under my next one, I double up, true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. Then I double up again to 4 in a row, true, 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 false, false. That turned into an E. False, false. Okay, for columns here, I know I will need P or Q. I know I will need R and P or Q. And then I'll need the whole thing, P or Q, or R and P or Q. Okay, let's get this truth table filled in. So I have P or Q, I'm looking at my first 2 columns, disjunction table, true or true is true, true or true is true, true or false is true, true or false is true, false or true is true, false or true is true, false or false is false, finally false or false is false. Next column, I'm looking at R and the column I just made with the and conjunction. So true and true is true, false and true is false, true and true is true, false and true is false, true and true is true, false and true is false, true and false is false, false and false is false. And then finally in my last column, I'm looking at the last 2 columns and the disjunction, the or. So I have true or true is true, true or false is true, true or true is true, true or false is true, true or true is true, true or false is true, false or false is false, false or false is false. Now, let's look at what we have here in our last column. We have 6 trues followed by 2 falses. Notice that's the same as what I have in this column. 6 trues followed by 2 falses. That means my entire statement is equivalent to P or Q. That means instead of having all of that crazy stuff, I could have just had the simple statement, or more simple statement rather, P or Q. So given that, I can replace all of these things, all of that text up there, with just P, which is x is greater than 10, or Q, which is y is greater than 10. This means the same as that entire thing up above.